Hey guys, what's up? It's your girl Hannah back with another video. I'm very excited about this because I have been long requested to post a video all about my fitness journey. Today is honestly going to be about that booty, that bow tie, that thing behind you. So today's video is going to focus on my leg and glutes routine at the gym, and I'm very proud of myself for working up the courage to film myself. And no, they might not be the best angle or lighting, but I'm going to be going through my workouts with you guys. Before I get into all of that stuff, I am going to let you know about our sponsor for this segment of today's video. This is UNLIMEAT. Okay, this is, let me tell you, listen. This is a vegan jerky with high protein content and very juicy, very flavorful. That's coming from a non-vegan. Okay, listen, I have all the respect in the world for vegans. My sister's a vegan, she has been for years. It's just one of those things I'm still working on. But you guys, this is one of those things that's made me feel like if I got one of these every day, hey, I'm good, I can be vegan. Because you guys, this does not taste like vegan. It tastes like real jerky, I'm not even kidding you. Korean barbecue, and we have smoky chili. Okay, and these are also packed with like powerhouse ingredients. These are so good as a snack to get in between meals, you know, or like even before workouts. I've been loving them before my workouts. I've been loving them on my work breaks. One serving size is 28 grams and has 9 grams of protein in it. It also has vitamin D, calcium, iron, and potassium, so it's a great source of those things as well. Oh, moist too. I think my favorite flavor has to be the Korean barbecue. It is like to die for. It's also very chewy, which is my favorite thing about like a good jerky. It has to be chewy. It's non-GMO soy protein, wheat, soybean, dietary fiber, sugar, sorbitol, fermented soybean, vegan seasoning, red beet, pear puree, garlic, black pepper, orange juice, ginger. It's so good. You guys, get you some UNLIMEAT plant-based jerky. I swear it is so worth it. It's so good. Like once I have one, I have to keep eating more. Now they sent me 2 bags, and this is my second bag of this one. But anything that's vegan and has this high protein in it and that's this good just like blows me away. So I find more stuff like this, I might just pull the plug on eating meat altogether. And then the smoky chili flavor, you guys, you know, it has a little bit more heat. Definitely not as sweet as the Korean barbecue. UNLIMEAT also just launched its Kickstarter campaign in which you can actually pre-order the vegan jerky for up to 38% off discount. Okay, that is so worth it. If you guys want to try it, definitely head over to that Kickstarter page and support them there. They are out of California. It is a Korean product. They know what they're doing, okay? I have been absolutely loving eating this jerky for in between workouts, in between meals, on my work breaks. It's like the perfect snack without being unhealthy and, you know, consuming a bunch of crap. It's very different from the stuff that is in the gas station jerky. That's gonna be filled with some stuff that you probably can't even pronounce, and we don't like that. So we love the plant-based jerky here. So good, you guys. Check them out down below. I will have their link right at the top of the description. All right, I'm gonna get into this fitness video now. Let's do it. So first I'm gonna give you some tips for the gym just right off the bat. Things that I wish that someone would have told me like starting out. First of all, when you go into the gym for the first time, it's easy to feel like everyone knows that you're a newcomer and everyone's gonna be looking at you like, oh my god, what is she doing? She doesn't know what she's doing. You feel like if you don't understand how to like do a machine right away, you look like an idiot, and you just don't want to ask for help because you feel just self-conscious, and you are looking at everyone's bodies and everyone looks so hot and you're just like, what the hell, what am I doing here? I know how that feels when you are a newbie at the gym, and I went through that, and the only thing that really got me through it was like turning that off and just completely like giving myself patience. And you know, because honestly, like there's so much more chance of injury if you're rushing into a machine just because you don't want to take the time to like read the instructions that are on the label for it. You know, you want to just walk in there and act like you're a baddie. And guys, I'm here to tell you that no one is looking at you the way that you think they are for the freaking most part. You know, 1 out of like 50 people might be that one asshole that's looking at you that with like, just because they're like in pain and they want to take that out on someone, they might give you like a dirty look and be like, what are they doing? They're like, they are out of shape, or, you know, like, but that is literally like, this is another reason I actually don't make a lot of, like, I don't make eye contact with people at my gym that often at all, just because I am so invested in my own bubble. Like, you know, and everyone else, for the most part, when I look around, I feel like they are doing that same thing. What happens is you put on your own freaking music playlist, okay, and you get in your own bubble, your own mood, your own vibe, and you have to be invested in that, and you have to be invested in yourself and be like, hey, I am here because I am a strong person, and I'm gonna be, you know, making myself even stronger, and I am that bitch, point blank period. Like, the minute you let a thought take over of like, I don't know what I'm doing, I am insecure, it's like, you're not going to be able to enjoy your gym experience. You know, you need to, and if it helps to get a cute outfit on, like, girl, do it. Like, get a cute 2-piece on. Like, I love little matching 2-piece sets. I always like compliment other girls, and I get compliments on my sets when I wear them, and they're like, I love a good workout set. So get you a good workout set when you're starting out. The first like 2 weeks, 3 weeks are gonna feel like torture, and you're gonna have to power through it, like, physically. You will start feeling that mental just release it gives you, you know? Like, and anyone who has been going to the gym regularly, like, you know what I'm talking about when I say you come for the booty or you come for the body, but you stay for the good energy that you get. You stay for that good release that you need for stress. You know, this is a great way to relieve that stress that you might feel towards anything that's happening in your life or anyone, or, you know, direct that towards your release of endorphins, baby. Like, so I kind of just started by, you know, I started listening. I remember listening to Doja Cat really helped me like get into the mood when I, you know, put my AirPods in, listen to Doja Cat. It was like her Amala album, and then also like her old music on SoundCloud. I loved working out to that stuff. So, I mean, I still do. And then it was Brockhampton. I got really into working out to Brockhampton stuff, how a machine works. Sometimes you need to look up a YouTube video just to make sure you're getting your form right. And I do that a lot of the time. Just take your time, okay? Like, don't be stressing out about what people are thinking of you, even though it does seem so intimidating at first. It is. Like, it is intimidating at first because you're like, I am the only noob here and everyone else is a gym baddie. No, kick that out, get into your own zone, tell yourself you are that baddie, and bitch, you will be, okay? And you'll walk out of that gym feeling so good about yourself, sore, but so good about yourself. Always eat something before you work out. So I remember I felt like I felt more weight down when I ate, and then I would feel faint. Eat something and hydrate like crazy. You're gonna see in this video, I drink liquid IV, and that is just something that my body just really responds to well, and I just feel very hydrated right off the bat. Hydration is key. Like, it will make you go further. It will increase your like muscle capacity, your muscle building capacity. I don't know, just drink water, okay? Oh, and then this kind of goes along with the first thing of like, don't worry about anyone else, but don't like look at someone and think, oh, they're a similar build to me. What weight are they doing? Or what are they doing? I should be doing that. No. Because people can look so different from how much they can actually lift. I have a tiny girl that can lift 500 pounds or squat 500. Like, it can put you down too if you're like, I can't do that much as they can, and they're like the same size as me. It is so crazy how different our bodies work, guys. Like, some people have been lifting for years and they just don't put on that much weight, and they can lift like really good. Some people like do put on a bunch of weight really fast, and they don't even, like, they look like they can lift more than they can. So just keep that in mind, and literally just pay attention to what gives your muscles that perfect burn, okay? And when I say that perfect burn, you know, go till failure and don't put on a weight where you can't complete the full 10. At least for 2 of those sets, you know. It's fine on your 3rd set if you're like, you know, 7 is your failure number. Like, that means you did great. But, you know, if you can't get like 10 reps in, like, it's gonna be too much for you, and you want to give your muscles the proper tear, you know, and you don't want to like overstrain yourself or injure yourself. So I think I've elaborated enough on that point. They gave me a large coffee at 7 Brew because, well, I ordered a medium, but then I realized that I had a full stamped card. So they're like, oh, well, since you get that for free, I'll make it a large. And I was like, I would love that. And now I'm like, woo, I cannot get my words out straight, man. Okay, take your before pics, okay? And this could be like when you're already like in your journey. I take pictures like all the time, like every time I'm at the gym. But I remember at the beginning, I did not want to take pics because I didn't feel that cute. But guess what? One day you will feel extra cute. And you will be like, damn, I need a good before picture to like, I want to get this side by side going. I want to see my progress. So satisfying. And I wish I had better before pictures, because I can, even the before pictures I see, like I can tell I'm like I'm trying to make my body look better than it is. But I wish that I just had like booty clenched pictures from the back, like to where you can really see the difference in like how much muscle versus fat I have like now. Even if you don't want to look at them right now, one day you will want to look back at those and you'll be like, thank God I took those. And then the last tip is follow other girls who are working out. Like, and this could be girls at the gym, or this could be girls like workout influencers. And I actually want to find more. So if you have any like workout influencers that you suggest, leave them down below. I love Grace Beverly. I love Annabelle Hayes. I love Jasmine Gonzalez. There are a lot of great influencers out there that will keep the fitness part of it just in the forefront of your brain, you know? It is so like easy to, right after your first workout, be like, oh my God, that's miserable. I'm never doing that again. I'm not getting a membership there. I'm just gonna go back to my old ways. But it's harder when it's all you see on social media. And I'm not saying it like changes to all you see on social media, but like follow a couple of people that just make you feel inspired and you're like, damn. No, well, I started really at the end of 2019, November, and then I stopped whenever COVID started in March. In those first 4 months of my workout journey, it made me realize how good I feel. Probably took me that first month. Anyways, I am gonna stop rambling and get into my routine now. Yesterday morning when I recorded it, Abel actually made me a really tasty cold brew with our local like coffee shop cold brew. It's like my favorite coffee drink ever. So Bae made that for me, and then I did make sure to get my water in as well. So I drank a whole thing with some passion fruit liquid IV inside of it, which I freaking love liquid IV. It helps me hydrate so much quicker. I made sure I did eat at least 45 minutes before I went to work out. I did eat these really delish breakfast tacos that Abel made for us. It's just simple egg and bacon with salt and pepper and some sriracha sauce. One of me and Abel's favorite things to eat for breakfast. So starting out when I get to the gym, I always do a 10 to 15 minute warm up. So depending on what I'm doing that day, it is different. So today I am doing the legs and butt. I start out by stretching the quads, and then I do get into my single leg lunges. I do 1 foot at a time, and I keep the weight on one leg the whole entire time, and I actually bring my knee up as high as to my chest as I can. I used to just do this with my body weight, but now I am doing it while holding 2 10-pounders. It's been a really good way to just wake up the glutes, wake up the quads. That's the purpose of my warm-up here, is to wake up all of the little muscles in my booty so I can get it ready to tear it really well. And then after my single leg lunges, I will hold the 2 plates, so 20 pounds altogether, and I will do my squats. Now, I'm not sure, I'm the worst at remembering what everything is called, but I am doing the like really low squats, and then I stop in the middle and I hold for about 3 seconds, and then I go all the way back up and then repeat. And then I do fire hydrants, I believe these are called, to wake up the side booty, and I think I did about like 50 of these. I kind of just do it on each, till I feel that burningness on each side. And then after that, I do some hip thrusts, some good old-fashioned hip thrusts with the 20 pounds as well. And then my last booty warm-up exercise is going to be the donkey kicks, and I think I did about 25 of these on each leg. And then that sums it up for my warm-up. And then after that, I always want to give my glutes a little bit of a break, so I go straight into my calves. So I am doing the calf press here. You guys, that SPF body lotion is actually so nice. It makes me glisten, and it's not greasy at all though. So yeah, I do 3 sets of 10 of these. Now that we're doing weights, I do have a 3-minute break timer in between all of my sets. So that's just a really good way to ensure that my muscles are ready to go again, to where I can re-tear those babies all up over again. So, and then after that exercise, this is actually a workout that I don't normally do. I was going to go straight to the hip abductor, but someone was using that. So I usually do, when I have nowhere to go, I usually do try to challenge myself to try something new. So I am doing the glute master is what this is called. So that's why I'm doing a pretty light weight on it, because my body is really not used to it. And I've realized that even though I think one muscle is really strong, if I try something my whole body is not used to, it always does feel really awkward and I'm like I'm doing something wrong at first. So I always do start with a lighter weight no matter, you know, how strong I feel. Nonetheless, this definitely did me justice the next day. I felt super sore from it. And that is why I like to challenge myself to do new things, because it does, you know, my muscles haven't really moved in that way with that weight before if I don't usually do that machine. So it does always make me feel extra sore the following days. You know, my muscles get that little shock. And don't mind my nasty bruise. I am so clumsy, you guys. I don't know how I got it, but not surprised. Okay, and then after that, we're gonna get right into the hip abductor. So this is really good for the sad booty. Okay, I used to have a way less round like hip area. Like I used to have hip dips, basically is what I'm trying to say. This has helped my hip dips phenomenally. And just like that upper part of the booty too, it just like really pulls from that too. It's really nice. I honestly, this is one of those things I wish I had in my garage. Like I want a hip abductor so bad, because I've honestly fallen in love with just how it just targets my booty so well without targeting my quads. Yeah, and 3 sets of 10 on all of these weights, by the way, so far. And then next I jumped onto the leg press. Now, my favorite thing actually on a leg press is to do single leg presses, okay? And that's because it has really targeted my side booty again, and just my whole booty in general, but also does still get my quad a little bit. But basically what you want to make sure you're doing if you do the single leg presses is you want to make sure your body is turned, and like your entire body is turned in that direction that your toes are facing. You see how I am completely turned in my seat on my hip side, and that's just because you want to make sure that your spine is all still aligned, you're not twisting your body in some weird way. But I'm telling you, I fell in love with these like at the beginning of my journey. These single leg lunges were something that really made me see results right away. I remember thinking that they were such a game changer. I got single leg presses from an Annabelle Hayes video. And you never want to fully lock your knees out either. I know you can't really tell if I am or not, but I do want to clarify that I am not. My knees are really weird. Whenever they're fully locked out, they like go inward. So these are not fully locked. 3 sets of 10 on these too. And you guys, I am not focusing on how much weight I'm doing on any of these, because that's not really the focus of this video. I just really want to show you guys the routine. I don't know, I don't want you to compare the weight that I do compared to yours, because I want you to just focus on feels good to your muscles. For my big booty finisher, I am doing the good old weighted thrusts. Now, I actually do 4 sets of these. So I do 2 like warm-up rounds, basically, to get my muscles nice and hot, and then I do 2 more sets with about 50 more pounds. And I always try to hold it at the top for as long as I can, because that's how I get the maximum burn, the maximum effect, and squeeze that booty really tight. But yeah, guys, this is another workout that I really fell in love with for targeting the whole booty. You just feel like, you know, you're like, ooh, okay, I can do this. Like you just feel the burn in your booty right away, and it's not so much quad heavy either. Okay, and then so after those 4 sets, so you guys might be wondering if I ever do squats, since they are a leg day staple. I know, like weighted squats. I do squats instead of single leg presses. I do that. I switch off every other leg day with you know, either the leg presses or the squats. So next time, for example, I'm gonna be doing the squats for my next leg day. So there's that. Next, I get this roller and I just roll out that booty, you know, gotta just roll it out. I also roll out my hammies and my calves. So I did weights for about 1 hour and 45 minutes. I burned 426 calories, and I am stopping that workout, and now I'm starting my running workout. I ran a mile on the treadmill, so I run at least a mile after every workout. I am just a runner, that's just what I do. Some people like to do the stair steppers, which I also like. I mean, I don't know. I love running. I don't love stair steppers, but I know that a lot of people have seen great results using the stair steppers. Next time I go, I'm gonna try to run 3 miles. On this run, I just did a jog, so it was like a 12-minute mile, but I will have you know that my quickest mile that I just did in Mexico was 9 minutes and 52 seconds. So that's my quickest time, not 12 minutes, I swear. I swear, I'll prove it. Anyways, and then you guys, my favorite thing to do after the treadmill is get in the motherfucking sauna. I love me some good sauna time. Yes, I'm guilty of it. I filmed myself after the gym, so I will have myself play that now. So this part of the video is sponsored by Dossier. Once again, Dossier, thank you so much for sponsoring a girl again. I am in love with you, as you know. So guys, let me tell you about the scents I got this time and what Dossier is all about if you don't know. Dossier does the magic work of creating scents that are vegan and cruelty-free, and they are inspired by like cult designer favorite scents such as your Chanel, your YSL, your Dolce & Gabbana, like all of those scents, they have a scent just like that one, and I'm not even kidding you. I'm not kidding you when I tell you they are identical scents to that one it's inspired by. And it gets even better when I tell you that they are a fraction of the price of the designer scent. So literally a win-win situation. And I know you might be thinking, well, don't I have to order it? I don't know about ordering a fragrance. Well, you can actually have a full refund within 30 days if you don't like it. So you have a full month to kind of smell it, play around with it, you know, see how it mixes with your own hormones and your own natural smell, if you will, because that is definitely a thing, and you want to make sure that it works with you and that you love it. So if you're not in love, definitely super easy. It's super easy to just ship it right back in the box it came in. It comes in a super cute box. Let me tell you about these scents that I got this time, because I'm honestly pretty in love right now, because I got one that I knew I loved from Ulta, because we have that scent. It is the powdery orange flower. It is inspired by the Valentino Voce Vita. That is a beautiful scent that we have at Ulta that I always love to smell and spray on me. And that one is actually the one that's sponsored by Lady Gaga. I love that one so much. And this smells like, I want to say, even better than the actual one. It's top notes of mandarin, bergamot, ginger, middle notes of orange flower, white flowers, gardenia, base notes of vanilla, tonka bean, and musks. It is to die for, I swear. Okay, and then another one that I got was woody sage. This is inspired by Joe Malone's wood, sage, and salt. It is so nice. Okay, I was like, ooh, I want something that's just kind of like refreshing and like sagey or woodsy, and girl, I got it. It's actually reminds me kind of like fresh rainwater, but if it were like sage, like sponsored by Sage. Like, it's so nice, and like, oh, it just smells so clean and fresh, and but at the same time like earthy. I'm obsessed with this. It is nothing like any other scent that I have, and I have a lot by now. The top notes of fig tree, grapefruit, middle notes of marine notes, ambrette, base notes of clary sage, and amberwood. One, the powdery orange, if you like sweet and like citrusy, like vivacious scents. And then the woody sage if you love the smell of sage and like freshness. Oh my gosh. Anyways, thank you so much to Dossier for sponsoring me once again. You guys definitely check out the link for Dossier down below. You will not be disappointed, I promise you. They are like the new thing. All right, and then now let's get back into my fitness vid. I'm actually really proud of myself for powering through and recording myself in public while I was fairly busy there. I know it probably is not going to be the best angles and it's not going to be the best quality. I literally always leave the gym feeling like such a baddie, I swear. And that's why I got addicted, because I was like, I feel so good, like not even just physically. I'm subjecting myself to no AC for you guys right now, so be very thankful. No, but you guys, I think we start out wanting to work out because we kind of hate our body and we want it to be better and we want to look all like basically, you know, like all the baddies on the internet, and we're like, you know, if only I had that butt, or if I had that body, period, like everything would be better.
And that's kind of why people start getting into it. But then, like, when you start working out, the first couple times is so hard if your body's not used to it. And you feel like you're telling yourself you're weak. And that's the first thing you have to stop telling yourself is, no, this is your own journey. Don't be looking around. Anyways, the first thing I was saying, Hannah, you're trailing. But it's like, you gotta stay in it because of how it makes you feel. Like, that's, you know, when the first couple times it really sucks, but then when you keep it up for literally like your second week of consistently working out, you'll already feel the emotional and mental positive effects. Like, and that's what, like, you come for the body, you stay for the good feelings, okay? I swear, that's how working out is. And then you're like, oh, well, shit, I feel good. I can still keep doing this. And then you're like, oh, damn. You know, a month into it, you're starting to be able to do a little bit heavier weights. And you're like, oh, damn. I'm not as weak of a bitch I thought I was. And then you're laying down when you wake up in bed and you're like feeling your booty and you're like, oh, damn. What is that I feel coming through? Is that a little beat meat, a little chunky little, you know? I literally feel so happy enjoying my body, knowing I earned this booty and I earned these abs, I earned my toneness, and I worked fucking hard for it. Like, what feels better than that? I don't know. Just looking back there and looking at that thing and being like, yeah, I got that shit through hard work and dedication, okay? Listen, this is my motivational rant for today's video. And now I'm about to get on the highway, so I should probably stop recording.
So before I even shower, I come home and the first thing I do is get my protein and creatine. So the reason why you don't see the creatine is because we just finished ours and we are waiting on our order to come in. This is my favorite protein powder I have found. It is all plant-based and it has probiotics and enzymes, which you gotta love, and is 22 grams of protein in 1 scoop. So very nice. And if this were in the morning time, like sometimes I work out in the morning, I would be making a fruit smoothie with this protein scoop in it. Right now, we are about to eat dinner in like an hour or so, so I'm just gonna chug this protein shake down and then get in the shower and get ready for dinner. And I do use the creamy cashew, what the fuck? And I do use the creamy cashew milk. Fill it like right there, like halfway. Okay, I think that's good. Okay, so now I'm all proteined up. Let's get me in the wash. Let's get me a wash now.